When was the last time you actually sat down, took a breather, and simply stopped thinking? Even for just an hour, or a minute, or even just a second. As people, we live in a reality where information is constantly flooding and bouncing around through our minds. We may have work, school, practice, family, and everything in between. Life just sometimes feels like one big, never ending, uncertain task of just surviving, frantically trying to stay afloat. We often try to escape TV, video games, scrolling on TikTok. But if you didn't know, these things actually make our brain even worse. However, there is a way we can make life not feel like such a tall task, a way that doesn't prompt us to dread and escape. This way is called clearing your mind. I'm not here to demand you to change your ways of how you handle your days off or your downtime. I'm simply informing you of what it is and what the true definition is of clearing your mind. Actually, and I'm doing that through expressing research that I have done. And I'll be doing so by revealing three main points. One is about mental clutter. Number two is what's actually happening scientifically when your brain is cleaning itself. And three, the factual results that are yielded by your cleared mind. First off, in order to fully understand what it is to clear your mind, you have to know what you are clearing your mind from. Handling countless tasks each day with only one brain is bound to create an effect called mental clutter. Information that helps us understand what mental clutter is found in an article called Cognitive Capacity, Exploring Human Mental Processing Limits, published by Neurolaunch in 2023. A brain gets mental clutter when its cognitive capacity is overloaded. According to the article, cognitive capacity is the brain's total bandwidth for processing information, how much you can hold in mind, manipulate, and act on at once. End quote. In other words, it's like the brain's way of opening lanes to process information. Our brains become cluttered when we try to process too much information at once, creating a traffic jam effect inside of our brains. One extremely common way our cognitive capacity, or our storage, gets overloaded is with unfinished business. When we start a task that we feel like we need to do, such as homework, a workout, or anything with a deadline, and we don't finish it, it creates an open loop inside of our brain that takes up space in our cognitive capacity. On a normal day, we face countless tasks and information, and with these open loops, our cognitive capacity can very easily get full. Now, mental clutter is not a rare thing only few experience. We all get it. It's a state of mind that always fluctuates up and down as we are faced with even just a normal day. With this fluctuation, it brings a mess within us. Now I will tell you how the brain deals with this mess. One major way the brain essentially cleans itself up and deals with that mess is through sleep. According to a scientific article called Science News Today, written by Dr. Emily Carter, a neuroscience researcher, a special system inside our brain called the glymphatic system flushes out metabolic waste products, including proteins linked to neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. In other words, just as we take a shower to wash off the dirt from our skin, or most of us, our brain also takes a sleep to essentially wash off all the dirt from our brains. Another way the brain can clear itself is through journaling. I'm not telling you a spiritual life hack that only works for some people. Journaling has renowned results, and there are scientific studies that prove this. Evidence is found in an article titled Journaling's Impact on the Brain, Unveiling the Cognitive and Emotional Benefits, published on September 30th, 2024 by Neurolaunch. That article states journaling physically changes your brain. It dampens activity in the amygdala, which is your brain's alarm system. With less activity in the amygdala, your brain will have time to physically recover from the almost constant alerts given to us throughout our day. Now we know two critical ways how our brain cleans itself up, which is sleep and journaling. I will now inform you with scientific studies of the true results a clear mind would yield, allowing us to see what actually having a clear mind looks like. Having a clear mind can mean different things to different people. For some, it's to be stress free. For others, it's to see relief from our everyday routines, such as work or training. But a clear mind has a true meaning with a true appearance. Now, to give you some information on how the brain is built, there are two regions in your brain that initiate most of your mental activity. One is your emotional alarm system, which processes in all certain and potential threats. The other is your prefrontal cortex, which is located behind your forehead. This part is responsible for rational thought, planning, and keeping your alarm system in check. If you look at a research released in the Journal of Neuroscience written by Chunlung Yang, Yinning Zhang, and Min Lu Tao, published in 2020, people with higher anxiety literally have weaker structural connections between these two main regions. This means that higher anxiety is the product of your prefrontal cortex not keeping the emotional alarm system in check as it should. A cleared mind that is truly cleared would have actual strong connections between these two regions. In other words, you'd have lower anxiety levels. But, as we all know, low anxiety can be hard to come across sometimes. With our own situations, whether it be family, work, school, dog, whatever, life is crazy, and the fact that we want to get to one pinpointed destination in this life is truly also crazy. With our goals and aspirations, we're always on the move, especially with life's nature bringing unexpected things into our life. Personally, one way of keeping my anxiety levels low is to firmly walk my path, counting my victories, big and small, while accepting that life comes as it goes. We all know that tomorrow is not guaranteed, and being anxious does not guarantee it anymore. Having a clear mind is being in touch with this fact and living only in today. Okay, the speech wasn't that long, but it's time to wrap up. We now have reviewed the science of what it is to clear your mind. As busy people in a bustling society, it is extremely useful for anyone to know what the true meaning of clearing your mind is. This meaning includes having knowledge on your brain's mental clutter, its cognitive capacity, and about the true results a clear mind would bring for the one who has one. With information on a clear mind, you can now grasp clarity in the midst of life's fogginess. Thank you.